All right, and yeah, this hand's acceptable. It's got a turn 2 cultivate, so that's all we really need, right? And the fertile ground will help us get our red source. Yeah, this is fine. This hand's fine. Hopefully we actually draw a forest here. It's going to make that Raphelos quite a bit better. Nice. All right, well, change plans, I think. Instead of turn 2 cultivate, I think we're just going to do turn 2 Raphelos. So we're playing against Bant, maybe? Tarmogoyf. Big old 0-1 over there. I mean, I actually could cultivate, couldn't I? And then just build towards the wildfire. That should be pretty good, wouldn't it? I think I'm going to build towards the wildfire. I changed my mind again. Because I could Raphelos here, but cultivating and getting my mountains, I just feel like it's going to set up better for me. And then I'll be able to power up my Raphelos post board wipe. Because I'm going to be really close to wildfire, right? I'm going to be at 3 mana, 4, 5 next turn. I think it's worth it. So we'll get our 2 mountains. So next turn, 5 lands. Hmm. Sundering Titan at some point. I guess I could blow up a forest of plains, but then I'd have to blow up my own mountain. It's probably okay. Could play a Viper here, since it actually locks down his dude. Potentially setting me up for a better Wildfire later. Wildfire currently doesn't quite get the value I want from it. But if he's short on lands, it's going to be devastating. It's a tough call. Um, you know what I can do? I can actually, yeah, we're going to set up for the wildfire. Here's why. I'm going to play a land. I'm going to fertile ground one of my lands, and then I'm going to have 5 lands next turn. And I'll sack all my lands except the one with fertile ground. Makes sense to me. I think this is better. So this turn we're just fertile grounding. We're going to set up for a nice wildfire next turn. Could also do the Viper, but no, this is actually right. Next turn I'll have 7 lands, or 7 resources rather. This is okay. This is alright. I just want a wildfire now, because I feel like it's more devastating against him. I just want him to play some creatures. It's alright. This is actually not that bad. He did get the value of destroying our fertile ground, but we're actually still in pretty good shape. We still get our wildfire, and we blow up a couple of his dudes, so nothing too bad here. I guess he could just re-equip Skull Clamp, and then, well, he didn't do it. Alright. Yeah, this is totally worth it, so let's just blow it up now. Lose everything but a forest, so it makes our Raphelos better. But Unfortunately, we are losing some nice lands. That's alright. So let's blow up the world. Everything but our forest. So the only way to get red sources now is via... I guess he did get good value there, didn't he? But that's alright. We've got the ramp. I forgot how stupid Skull Clamp works. That's alright. It's not that bad. We're actually in pretty good shape still, since we've got the follow-up ramp spell, and we still had a resource left. He drew a Noble Hierarch, really? Well, it worked out a little bit better for him than I had hoped, but that's alright. Could get a Nissa next turn if we get a resource. At that point, I'm going to feel pretty good post-Wildfire. Excuse me. Otherwise, even getting an Oron Viper is still pretty good. Jeez, you recovered really nicely. Yeah, I don't really want to make that trade. Alright, let's get Nissa. Let's get a nice resource here. That'd be nice. Scavenging Ooze. I guess I can eat a bunch of dudes. Oron Viper gets me up to 4 resources. I guess we do the... I mean, the Ooze is going to be a bigger threat. The Viper could potentially draw cards. I think we do Ooze for life gain because we've got a lot of stuff to eat, right? Well, I guess we only have a couple guys. It's really, would I rather have a 4-4 or a 1-3 Death Toucher that draws me cards? I think I'd rather have the 4-4, so let's just play Ooze and then pass. I gotta give him credit. He recovered really quick from that. He recovered amazingly well from that wildfire. It was literally dude that gives me mana and another dude that gives me mana. Like 2 turns. That's rough. That wildfire did not devastate as much as I hoped it would have, but that's all right. All right, I guess I just get some value now. I've got much more threats than Scavenging Ooze, so this isn't even that big of a deal. Jeez, this guy's value, I gotta tell you, this guy has reaped some good value. Gilded Lotus, which I can't play. I could do the Kitchen Finks. I could also do the Oron Viper. Maybe he swords the Viper, so... Would I rather him swords a Finks or a Viper? I guess I'd rather him actually swords the Finks. And I know you're thinking, but that's weird. It's got Persist. But I think Viper's actually... I think I'd rather have the Death Toucher right now. Didn't exactly tap that correctly. It's alright. I should have a Forest untapped, but that's alright. Not a big deal. I'm not blocking with Raphellos anyway. I kind of just wanted to bait him with that Kitchen Finks, to be honest. I'd rather him bust the swords on the Finks here. So my Nissa or my Oron Viper gets a little more, has a little more impact. Skull Clamp is fantastic in his deck. just seeing non-stop creatures he gets value from. Yeah, he chose the right one. I'm still kind of in shock that I'm the one that ended up getting screwed by wildfire, since I'm the one that played the cultivate, I'm the one that had the fertile ground, and I'm the one that had the ancient tomb. I think I had everything going for me that was going to be good against the... Why is he not just skull clamping? I don't get it. He doesn't want to draw, and then I get the land. Well, it's alright. At least we get the Viper online, I guess. Guess I can swing with Kitchen Finks, actually. Yeah, the wildfire just panned out not very good because of the skull clamp. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good. Guess we attack him with the Viper. I want to draw the card after all, so that's why I'm not attacking a Johnny. Card draw seems a bit more important right now. Yeah, of course I want to use the ability. Let's get Findorn Elves down there and then pass. So basically we've got to get to the point where Nissa gets us the game. Could work out for us. Gaining 100 life could be a big deal. Alright, so we got Absence Pilgrim. That's not too bad. Now, theoretically, I could double block this, but... Oh, wait, I guess I can't, no. Let's just take 6. Guess I could just block and protect. But then I can't crack back as effectively. Let's take 6 this time. I'm not thrilled about it. Oh, Consecrated Sphinx? Alright, well, I think that's GG. I don't think I can beat that. Well, guess that's an option. Let's play the Sword of War and Peace. Equip it on the Viper, swing at him. Wait, yeah, that works. Alright, alright, let's try this out. Take a bunch of damage here, alright. Not that bad. Let's draw our card first, because then he takes way more from the... I'm definitely going to use the ability, because if he uses Consecrated Sphinx, he takes way too much damage here. I'd be surprised if he drew. I guess maybe it would be worthwhile for him, but... Yeah, he didn't draw that time. For good reason. So I could do 4 to a Johnny. He's going to ultimate in 2 turns. Otherwise I can deal 4 to him, taking him to 6. Is that right? No, that's not right. I can take him to 9 here. I guess I do redirect. Well, it's tough. It's really tough. I don't know if I can race anything here. He's got just too many good threats. I don't think I'm going to redirect. He's got so many good threats. I don't know how I'm going to... I just got to come up with some other... I got to improvise some other way to beat him here. I don't have any ways to really deal with Consecrated Sphinx. Uvenwald Tracker, kind of, but not to the degree that I want it to. Guess this gives pro Swords of Plowshare, which is nice. But he's already played the Swords of Plowshare, so it's not quite as good. Guess here we block. Some life going. Oh, that's too bad. Alright, well, that was an excellent card to have, but he's got Consecrated Sphinx, so not really surprised. Yeah, I'm not really feeling like we can win this. Do not quite think it's possible to win. Sundering Titan would blow up 3 of his lands if I theoretically ever got to that point, but I'm just not entirely convinced that's gonna happen here. Yeah. Fortunately, Consecrated Sphinx is amazingly powerful. A little bit too powerful for me to effectively deal with. So I can, let's see, play 6 mana. I can Nissa, activate a land, swing at him with everything. Still survive a crackback. Yeah, I guess that's about as good as I've got. It's only 7 damage, unfortunately, but I don't have a lot of else I can do. The Johnny is still not quite at ultimate yet. I don't think he's got lethal, right? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He doesn't have lethal. Oh, wait, he does with the Johnny. Yeah, all right, well, I didn't do my math correctly, or I guess at the very least I expected him to block there, so he does have lethal with the Johnny. I was wrong. Let's be honest, I wasn't winning this game, so I'm not even upset about that error. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do about the Consecrated Sphinx. That's just too brutal. All right, so that was a rough beat. Consecrated Sphinx is a very difficult card to beat for my deck. Not for any deck, but definitely for my deck. I'm going to have a very, very large, enormous issue dealing with that card, and I'm not exactly sure how to go about beating it. Chandra Nalar kind of works. I have to trade. It's expensive. It's not good. Polykranos is way too much mana. Tracker with a Oron Viper seems like so much setup. That's tough. I just don't think I can beat it. I don't think I can beat that card. Ugh. That's just going to be too difficult. Could bring in the Vigilante for the Skull Clamp, but I've already got the Wicker Bow there, which is probably enough. Good. Prophetic Bolt. Getting rid of Sphinx, or Finks rather. He's not a hyper aggro beatdown deck. He's more of a value deck. So let's take out the Finks. Let's bring in the Bolt. So I can get some more, find some more threats or something. And let's try it again. Yeah, it's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a difficult one. He recovered a little bit. Yeah. I've got some issues with this hand, but I'm going to keep it. The issues being I don't have any of my ramp. But the only reason I'm keeping it is because Chandra Nalar deals with the big threat, deals with little things too. But admittedly, it's an awkward keep. Maybe to some people it would have been a snap maul, I guess. I don't know. I don't really mind trying it out. Yeah, that was a reasonable draw, I guess. Troll Ascetic. Jeez. It's pretty good. Alright. It's going to be a little bit rough. Guess technically he can get whatever he wants. Just a green source away from Polykranos and Harmonize, so we're not doing terrible yet, but oh, well, whatever. I mean, that sucks, but what was I gonna do about it? I'd rather him do it to that than the Polykranos. All right, I think we're gonna lose now. Unfortunately, unfortunately, his turn progression was good enough where I needed to hit my land drop to not lose, but I think we're actually just gonna lose now. That turn was the actual one that meant everything. That was the make or break it turn, I feel like, because that was the difference between keeping back his board and taking a bunch of damage here. So I may have one turn left, but if I don't draw a land here, I'm so badly dead, it's not funny. And it has to be a specific land, which is also a position I didn't want to have to be in. Yeah. Well, I guess it kind of works. I can play Gilded Lotus, but I'm going to end up taking just too much damage. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a land short of Wildfire as well. Well, we got to go for the Gilded Lotus, and next turn we've got to, if we can live, we'll jam the Wildfire, but that's about the best I've got. And then I'm going to have to be able to chump block the Troll Ascetic, which is going to survive. Don't even have anything I can do with the Gilded Lotus, which is rough. Um, yeah, it's pretty brutal. Yeah, I think we're just getting beat by a better turn progression. Yeah, we're dead. This guy just curved out too nicely. Had too good of a hand, and we missed out on our important turn 4 play, so harsh loss. Harsh loss, but it happens. You get your face stepped on sometimes in cubed. All right, well, I've got one more round to redeem myself. Hopefully I can.